I cast on something new last night. Is the Shelley Summer Top by Nancy Ricci, getting pearly with it. This yarn is Amano yarn, Sami, in the color coral. I got it at Purls yarn shop in Winter Haven. It was a great shop. The people were so friendly. This is a really soft yarn, and I love this pattern, so I want to do it forever, or a while at least. So that's what I did. Let's cast it on. I just started the first little bits. So this is my Shelley Summer tank. I blocked it, and it didn't really stretch at all. I don't love the length. I want it to be longer, I think. Even though I always say that, and then I'm always like, oh, it's really long. But I really do think I want this to be longer. I only have one pair of high-waisted shorts, and they're pink, which clearly isn't going to go with this. So either I need more shorts, or I just need shirts that are going to work with my current wardrobe. So it's kind of what I'm going with, is tops that'll work with my current wardrobe. But I really like it. It's really easy. It's an easy, repeatable, memorizable pattern, and I'm literally pretty much just doing it on my walks. So it's kind of slow going. It's still the first panel. I've used a whole 50-gram ball of yarn at this point. I'm on my second ball, and I'm not sure. I think I'm only gonna do not too many more repeats, and then start the second side. So that's where I'm at with the Shelley Summer Top. I have the front panel done, but of course I was like, I'm not gonna gauge swatch. I'm fine. I don't need to gauge swatch. And of course it bit me in the butt. So my gauge is actually tighter, which is so weird because my gauge is actually usually looser. So my gauge is tighter than it's supposed to be. So there are more repeats in this pattern than there's supposed to be, and it's a little bit thinner. So I'm gonna do some aggressive blocking, I think. Hopefully it'll fit. It will be kind of cropped, but I did bind off, and I'm just barely starting my second side. So I used a ball and a half-ish. So this is what I have left of the second ball, and then I've got 2 skeins left. So I should have plenty for the top. I'm hoping it'll work. I don't think I'm gonna rip it out. If it doesn't work, I will just gift it to someone. But I really like the color. It's a fun summer top, and it's a really easy, memorizable pattern. So I'm still solely working on my walks. So just when I'm walking to and from work, I am working on this garment. So excuse my voice, I have a cold, but this is the Shelley Summer Top. The front panel is done, which you've seen before, and I'm getting pretty close on the second panel. I think there's just like 5 or 6 more repeats that I'm going to do. So that's like the most summery top I'm working on. Hello, I'm sitting at the bus stop, and I just finished the second panel of my Shelley Summer Top. I still have to bind off, but I want to bind off with a bigger needle, so this will be a FO coming soon once I seam it together, hopefully in the tonight or tomorrow maybe. Hello, I am wearing a finished object. This is the Shelley Summer Tank by Nancy Ricci, also known as Getting Pearly with It, and it's done. So I just wanted to come in here and share some of my final thoughts. You've seen a very brief making of this top. It's really simple, straightforward, super easy to memorize. I literally knit this 100%, aside from the seaming. I knit this while I was walking back and forth to work, or it's not like a walk. So that's how easy it is. But it's also why it took me so long. I think I cast this on back in June. It's now the end of August. But again, I really just did like 1 or 2 repeats every walk, and eventually I got there. It's knit in 2 panels, and then you seam it all together, which I did the other night. I have blocked it, so it's 100%, the ends are woven in, it's 100% done, aside from the finished object photos, which will be coming. Hopefully I'll be taking those today, and I really like it. I'm excited about the color. I have been, if you've been watching my videos, a little bit gravitating towards more fall-y colors lately, but this, it's still summer weather outside here, so this is perfect and beautiful. So I have a few notes written down just to remind me what I want to talk about, so that's what I might be looking at. But, okay, so first I wanted to just mention the pattern clarity. Very easy, and it was even better is she had a knit along, I think last summer. Yeah, it must have been in 2020 summer during the pandemic. She had I mean, it's still the pandemic, but you know what I mean. So she had a knit along, and she had extremely clear videos on her IGTV. So they're still up. If you go to her Instagram, Getting Purly with It, you just go to the IGTV. You can actually click series, and it'll say Shelley Summer Top Cal, and it'll bring you all the videos in the series. There's a good amount of them. So anything you're confused about is really straightforward, about casting on, about the knit, about seaming, everything. It's really straightforward. The pattern is clear too, but I just found the videos really helpful. There's kind of so much info in the pattern. The videos were just nice, or a really nice addition. So I appreciated that, and highly, highly, highly recommend. Now, my one thing, I didn't gauge swatch. I was like, I just want to cast this on, it's beautiful. And I typically am a loose knitter, so I went down a needle size in the pattern. I don't even remember what needle size I used, but I know I went down a size. So actually, my gauge is a bit tight, so I ended up, I wanted something, you'll see in my finished object videos, which I'll insert, but our pictures, which I'll insert, but it does go to just past my belly button. I really like that length these days. It's not really cropped, but it's not really low. I'm into the high-waisted pants and shorts, or even wearing this over a dress. I have some like floral dresses I think this will look cute over and match. So anyway, that was my one error. So I have more pattern repeats than the cropped or even the long version calls for, and yet it hits where I just explained. So that was completely my bad, not the pattern in any type of way, just a heads up. So I do have info on my Ravelry page as well, if you're able to access Ravelry. If you're not, send me a message, and I'm happy to help if I can. So sometimes people reach out and ask for tutorials or tips, and I don't always feel comfortable, one, because I'm not knitting my own patterns. I'm knitting other people's patterns, and I don't want to give away information that's in a paid-for pattern. And secondly, there are plenty of tutorials out there on YouTube. I promise you, I found almost a self-taught knitter through YouTube. So I promise you there's tons of tutorial videos. I just don't feel like mine are necessary. So that's a little rundown on that. If you ask for a tutorial, that's kind of where I'm coming from with my answers. Okay, next thing I want to talk about was the yarn. So for this pattern, I used 153 grams. I just weighed it, but each ball must have been a little more because I did 3 full balls basically. This is what's left of the third ball. So pretty much used all of it, which it worked out. I had 4 of these though. This is, which again, you've heard probably all of this already in this video, but Sami yarns, it's in the color coral. I bought this at Purls yarn shop in Winter Haven, Florida. It's really beautiful. I was attracted to the color immediately because coral has just been my thing this whole year. So I was like, oh, this is so me. This is it's cotton. This is the softest cotton yarn I have ever felt. I 10,000% recommend it. I think it was like $8 a skein. So not too bad, but it's only 50 grams each skein. So that's about $16 for 100 grams, which is, I would say, middle of the road. I mean, anyway, you can make that decision for yourself. Those are the facts, and you can decide if that works for you. But I highly, highly recommend this yarn. I don't know what I will use this last skein for, but I will also, again, don't know what for or when, but I will be purchasing more of this yarn in different colors because it's so beautiful. I've never used anything else by Amano yarns, but I am, it's not really focusing, but I would be also interested in trying more of their yarns, so highly recommend. Beautiful and so soft. Okay, that is the rundown on the yarn. Oh yeah, so how much it costs, I just went through that. How much time, I went through that too. I do kind of want to be more transparent about how much money I'm putting into my knits. I would say I'm, well, for the most part, on a budget. I don't really go for the crazy expensive yarns. Sometimes I do. I love indie dyed, but I just can't always treat myself to that. So also, I just don't think money should be such a, you know, secret topic. So anyway, I'm trying to be more transparent with how much money I'm spending on yarn and different things. So what needles did I use? I already told you I went down a needle size on the pattern. I don't remember my size. These are the needles I used. So I do eventually want to get a bamboo Licca. Is that how it's pronounced? I always second guess. But anyway, interchangeable set for myself one day. But for now, these are the first needles I've ever purchased. I was actually trying to get 16-inch circulars, and on Amazon I got 40-inch. Again, not a big Amazon shopper these days. This was years ago, but they do break easily, but they've been holding out fine. So they're just wooden needles with these little plastic cords. They're super cheap, not high quality at all. I have had several break right here, but that's just what I'm using because I have used metal needles in the past. Hopefully you can hear me, I'm getting a phone call. I have used metal needles in the past with cellulose fibers, and I am not the biggest fan. So I definitely think the wooden or bamboo sticks to the cellulose fiber better. But I do have metal needles I love for wool. So that's the rundown on the needles. And some outfit ideas. So right now you can't see, but I am just wearing it with jean shorts that go up to just close to my belly button. This will probably be the most often time way I wear it, but again, I think it would look cute over dresses. I love Nancy Ricci's like high-waisted pants and high-waisted skirts that she wears with hers and her photos. So I highly recommend, if you want some more outfit options, check out just like her Instagram or the Ravelry project page, because she's made 10, 20 of these. So there's lots of different suggestions that she has. So yeah, and then finally, would I knit this again? I would. I'm not gonna immediately cast on for it, but I would knit this again. It's beautiful. I might try knitting it in the round or something. Don't know yet, but I do recommend this pattern again. It's simple, easy, walking, not something you have to think about crazy hard, but this beautiful detail is more than just a simple stockinette. So that's my rundown on this, and my finished object photos will be coming up.